Hey, everybody.
Hello. Hope you're all doing well. This is still wrong. There it goes. I can hear myself. Hooray. Is this one muted? Yeah, that's good.
Let me try to make it
Fen Beingold.
so we're back in.
Okay. Account 1 million subscribed at tier 1 for 62 months. Thanks, account. Did I learn who Van Driesen was? I googled him last week, and yes. Accurate comparison, I think. Thank you all. Seems very flattering. Is it Pat or Patrick? I answer to either. Pat.
Which do you prefer?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Pat, Patrick, dipshit. It doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever you want, account.
Thanks for subscribing. Yesterday I was sitting on the couch.
Yep.
And I was like, what's happening? Like, something fell on me. And I was like, what is that? And I look at it, I'm like, what is this? And it was my ring.
Oh.
My ring falls off because I lose weight.
Ah, yeah.
So when it falls off, that means I've lost weight.
Yeah.
So it just fell off. I was like, there's a ring on me. And I was like, what's that?
Huh.
Like, oh, my ring.
Trying to learn. 93 months. What's up, trying to learn?
Wow, subscribe to tier 2. I should sit up.
Yeah. How you been trying to learn? I feel like it's been a minute or two.
Did anybody watch my commentary yesterday in the World Cup?
I did.
It was pretty early in the morning, but it did last for 6 hours.
Account says yes. How about them Dodgers? Yeah, some folks were talking about that today. Apparently the Dodgers have spent a crap ton of money to get really good players, and that's why they won. That's all they said.
Yeah, the first round is going to be the most one-sided of the World Cup. However, there were 20 matches that went into overtime, which is tomorrow. So that's a lot. So not every match was one-sided, but most of them were. But that's in a knockout. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do it like the NCAA. They have like one play the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And then the middle people playing each other are the same rating.
Yeah, yeah. Seems not fair for the lower rated people, but whatever.
Yeah, but they're playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like 2,000 rated playing in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You're not playing in the World Cup.
No.
And if you did, you'd play 2,700 the first round.
Which would be fun. I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Bonarici counted 10 games today. I did not count, so thanks, Bonarici.
I think it was 11. I think like it said it was 11.
Go Ben, cheer 10,000 centidues.
Would you say go Ben?
Go Fen.
Oh, I thought you said go Ben.
I may have said go Ben, but go Fen.
Yay.
Oh, I said go Ben because he wrote go Ben.
Yeah. Also, you weren't exuberant enough about his 10,000 bits.
10,000 centidues.
Then you're supposed to point out how the hype train got to level 6 because of that.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's a hype
Come on,
train.
I'm like trying to sleep, and you're the
Yeah.
one who's supposed to take over the stream.
I'm here to look at the games. I'm not here to...
Yeah, that's true. You're not the hype man.
Yeah, you be the hype man. You're the one that's shouting all the time and shaking your
Thanks, Fen Beingold. So last stream, somebody gave 10,000 centidues and 20 subs.
I think that was Fen Beingold.
No,
Was it somebody else?
yeah, somebody else did.
Oh.
His name was somebody else.
Ah.
We've had a lot of people want to do a lecture, a sponsored lecture on Naroditsky,
Yeah.
and we can't do all of them because then that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So we decided to do Fen Beingold because he's like a superstar here.
Yeah. That was nice. Thanks, Fen Beingold. That'll be a good lecture.
Yeah, we're gonna wait a week or two because, give some time.
Yeah.
People to heal.
Absolutely.
I hate daylight savings.
I think,
Actually, this is normal time now.
yeah.
It's not daylight savings. If you see what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah.
this is the standard time.
I've heard more than once that they were going to get rid of it and like just have it be daylight savings all the time.
That's what I've heard.
Andrew, if you have questions about lectures, you should contact Karen.
Yeah, Karen at ATLChessClub.com if you want lecture information. Even Fen Beingold didn't know how much the lecture was.
Wow.
He had the old price from like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
It's been different for over a year, actually.
Yeah.
But he hasn't sponsored a lecture in a while.
The last one I did was San Antonio 72. That was last year.
Somebody subscribe. You have to.
Jimeri, 58 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. Where exactly did Fabi go wrong in the endgame? Was a draw possible?
What?
What endgame? You mean the rook endgame? He went into a lost endgame, I think. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that ending from my 5 minutes with Ben, that was losing from the beginning.
Yeah. The point of the video was to demonstrate the good technique that Magnus showed.
Yeah. Unless he's talking about some other endgame.
Yeah, maybe,
then
but
I don't know.
We'll see.
Thanks, Fen Beingold, for so many centidues.
Zenvoglio, 48 months. Thank you. Subbed with Prime. Jeff Bezos giving you all the money.
Yay. Half of it, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was referring to that game. Magnus is just so perfect. He plays a good endgame. It's probably why he's the world number 1.
Now, somebody on Discord was telling me about their medications. Then they said they had sleep apnea and that maybe I do, and that they have a CPAP and now they sleep good. And I do have sleep apnea, and I did have a CPAP machine, and it was like the worst thing ever. I couldn't sleep at all. I tried it for a month, and then I just gave up because for a month I didn't sleep. The CPAP machine is a disaster. Like half the people who use CPAP machine can't use it because it doesn't.
Yes.
It's horrible. The hoses and the mask.
Yeah.
I can't get comfortable laying down. So thanks for the suggestion, but trying is the first step to failure.
Indeed. What's up, Kane King? I am Pat. Unless he's talking about you. This is Ben Feingold. He might be better dressed than I am.
Well, I don't snore as far as I know, and Karen said I don't snore either. So Yeah.
Oh, really? Huh.
So my sleep apnea must be like weird. We should be on Chess TV,
Yeah.
but I was worried we wouldn't be because of the time change, and then we'd be on either an hour earlier or an hour later because they don't do it right. I'm not saying they didn't do it right, but we don't have any viewers. We should be on Chess TV. But if they didn't do anything, it would be an hour later and we'd be on Chess TV.
Yeah.
So, and we're not on Chess TV because we only have 66 viewers.
Yeah, I see that.
So I'm confused. I sleep on my side or on my stomach. I can't sleep on my back, although I do sometimes.
Side sleeping.
Chess TV is offline right now.
Well, that explains it. Checking out Chess TV. I just watched your Greek gift lecture, Ben. Really instructive content. Indeed. And that was a long time ago. Pat can entertain us with stories of his first chess tournament. I did that last week. I hope it was a good story. Probably not, but, you know, I tried. I always try. Oh, my second chess tournament. Ah. I probably don't remember that one. That story was compelling? Yeah. Well. Living it sucked. So, you know, someone else's shitty experiences make for a good story. I was pretty upset by Richie. That's correct.
Oh, that was the game you showed that you lost?
Yeah, from last week.
That was last week?
Yeah, I showed that game last week.
All right, we can start.
All right, we can start. First game. Let's see who submitted the first game. It's Deja Vu 2. Hi, Ben. Here's a short and sweet miniature 5-minute game which I played on chess.com last year. I bet this exact game has been played before. Mike. Okay, our hero has the white pieces, and it's a 5-minute game. So let's see. Am I on the right game? Yep, okay. So far, so good. I have a student, and I show him this position because we look at Morphe games, and he knows b4. b4 is not a good move, but at his level, it's a great move.
B4 is not a good move?
I mean,
I think B4 is a fine move.
it's not the best try for an advantage, right?
I think B4 is a reasonable try for an advantage.
Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. C3 is
I
good.
mean, Kasparov beat Anand with it. So
Oh,
it
he
can't
did.
be
Yeah,
that
that's
bad.
absolutely true. I remember that game. Anand tried bishop e7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. d4, good, good. And there's a fine gold rule here. I wonder who in the chat knows the fine gold rule.
Well, you have to go back half a move.
Oh, I do?
One half more. Yeah, that for this position
Oh,
is
okay.
a fine gold rule.
I thought there was a fine gold rule in the next position.
No, it's the same rule. You're just
Oh.
you're a move away.
Oh, okay.
Because if White had castled here,
Yeah.
then Black would play Bishop B6.
Yeah, correct. Okay, good.
So you can't take and then say
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fine gold rule because you've already taken.
Yeah. Okay, I thought the rule was if the king's on e1, you play bishop b4 check. And if it's not
No,
on
the
e1,
rule is if the king's on e1, you take and then play bishop b4 check.
okay, got
If
it.
the
got
king
it.
is castled, you play bishop b6.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I know? All right. Yeah. So taking is correct.
But yeah, I mean, you're half right.
Yeah. Yeah. And bishop b4 check is correct. Okay. That button.
No, that's the
That's the
wrong
wrong
one.
button. It's this one. That one. Okay. Yep. So far, so good. d5 is a nice dual purpose move. It attacks a knight, but it also stops black from playing d5. Bishop f6 is good. Rook e1's good. So far, so good. I have no complaints. Okay, black only has one move in this position. Only one move. Yeah, the only move you can play here is d6, and then you can play bishop f5 and defend your king side. It's not f6, Flyfish. That's correct. Okay, but black played knight g6, and now black's losing. Darn. There's a couple of ways to win here. Queen h5 is one way, because we have lots of coordination on f7 here. And h7 would be attacked. He played knight takes f7, which wins also. And now the best move is to not take the knight. But he took the knight because it's a 5-minute game.
Oh, give me the knight.
Oh, give me the knight. And now the latent potential of this bishop becomes actualized potential. And that's a fine gold saying. d6.
Yeah, but I stole it.
Yeah, oh, you stole it?
Yeah, that's from Emery Tate.
Oh, okay, got it.
He said the latent potential of the piece.
Yeah,
He was giving a lecture,
yeah.
and some guy in the audience said, "Latent potential? What are you talking about?" And then Emery said, "If you had more than an 8th grade education, you would understand the difference between latent potential and actualized potential."
Yeah.
The guy that he said that to has like 3 master's degrees,
Ah, okay, good.
so he did have more than an 8th grade education.
Yeah. So d6, we're trying to capitalize on the pin, and also we're shutting out the bishop. Black's position's completely losing. So good job. Bishop f7. Yeah. Now, from a material standpoint, black's position would be okay, but that's the material. That's not good. Yeah. And then white should play the Morphe move, and he did. Very good. And then black resigned. Good game, Deja Vu. Very good game.
Yeah, I wouldn't resign. I'd play Queen F7.
That defends mate.
The engine resigns, but I wouldn't resign.
That's a lot of attack.
Yeah, black's losing because black's rook and bishop in the corner is stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Ferrari.
it's not resignable in a 5-minute game.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's not even resignable in a slow game. But in a 5-minute game, it's definitely not resignable because, like, after Queen F5, the engine says H4 is the best move. So that's not like something where black should resign.
You can just make Luft. Well, I can go back though, so. Why do I need to play h4? What if I don't?
I don't think you need to play it, but
Yeah, like I can play rook e1 and I'm threatening queen f8, rook f8.
wait, what are you talking about?
If you play queen b1 check. I thought that was the point of queen f5, but I can play rook e1.
The point of Queen F5 was the queen was attacked.
Yeah. I get that. But okay. I mean,
Yeah, but you
so
wouldn't-
but when I see h4, it's like the computer's afraid of getting back rank mated, but there's no back rank mate.
Yeah, but we don't want to play rook e1. We'd rather keep our rook on e7. Because after rook e1, Queen F5.
Ah, and then yeah, you defend the knight. Yeah, fair. Anyway, nice game. I missed some stuff. Ferrari subscribed with Prime 5 months. What's up, Ferrari? We're gonna look at your game today. And Doe 48109 subscribed at tier 1 for 44 months. That is a lot of months.
Ben is not kind teacher, it says.
Yeah, he's fine. We all learn stuff the hard way. What's up, Jim
Who's our
Sterling?
guest? Ben Feingold.
Correct. Ben Feingold is the guest. All right, next game. Let's see.
It's Pat. Yeah, I should put you in the title.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's Pat.
I'm not important. The next game's from Sitbear, who shockingly has no message.
That is shocking. Although the game's from Hit Bear, right?
Ah, yes. Okay, so we have another Hit Bear game.
Hit Bear lost, so he must be happy.
Yeah. Okay. So Hit Bear versus NN. Symmetrical Vienna. Yeah, this is pretty boring. King F8's a cool move. I like King F8.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play G6 because the bishop's here and not here. So, King F8. Okay, Queen F6. Man, I want to see what the chat would play in this position. Chat, what are you all playing here? Someone suggest a move. Are you all afraid of this? Well, Petrosian's pretty good. Yeah, it's not mate. You're right. It's just a pawn. Knight F3 looks like it runs into D5. I like Knight D5, and so did Hit Bear. Very good. We don't care about that. We care about that and that and that. Very good. Okay, so Queen F2. Man, Knight A5. Knight A5 is a strange move because it hangs this and it hangs this. So, all right. Queen takes G7. The engine is saying you could also flick in Knight H3. And it doesn't save the queen. Because of Queen D4, then this is even more powerful. But okay, Queen takes G7 is completely winning. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, he forgot that the bishop was defending F1. Oh no.
Always play Bishop F1.
Oh gosh. Poor Hit Bear. No. I didn't see the time control. I have to go back. Let's see if his error.
10 minutes, it says it
oh,
right
it's 10.
there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. That's a strange blunder for a 10-minute game, but yeah. The bishop was defending F1 and now it's not. So Knight A5 was the best move of the game. Good game, Hit Bear.
You play the last move.
Yeah, there we go.
Good game, Hit Bear. Hit Bear lost.
Yeah, I mean, he tried.
Okay, now go back to move 1.
Okay.
Okay,
Here.
E5.
E5.
I was watching a game in a kids tournament,
Yep.
and White played Bishop C4,
Okay.
Knight C6,
Okay.
Queen F3.
Okay.
Now, Black prevented mate in a way that's never been played before.
F5.
That's been played before.
Oh.
You can't find it because it's never been played before.
Did he resign?
No.
Okay. D5?
No, you're suggesting moves that have been played before. You're not thinking outside the box. In this position, black played the heretofore unseen knight takes c4.
Oh.
Okay, so then the director was called, which is me,
Yeah.
and and White said that's illegal,
Yeah.
and I said that's right,
Yeah.
and then the kid said oh,
Touch
and
move.
then I said it's touch move, you got to move your knight,
Here.
and he played I think knight a5,
Okay.
and now if you guess White's move, then you get a free coupon.
I don't want to guess.
It's impossible to guess White's move, even though it's legal. It's the last move you would play.
I mean, this looks pretty bad.
No, it's worse than that. Now, it's not technically worse because queen b3 loses a queen, but it's psychologically it's worse. So I think White got flustered at knight takes bishop
Yeah.
and forgot that he was threatening mate.
Yeah.
So he played queen d1. God damn.
No. Oh no.
I don't know what the funniest thing about that is. Knight takes bishop or queen d1.
Did they agree to a draw?
Both sides were forfeited by the director.
No. Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, queen d1 I
Always a-
like because
always
it
a
doesn't
treat.
save the bishop. But he threatened mate, but he forgot because knight takes bishop and he got all flustered.
Oh no.
Then he wasn't threatening mate anymore.
Queen d1.
Anyway, this game reminded me of that.
Oh, because of knight a5. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's look at the next game. What did I do? Okay. It's Ferrari. Hi, Ben. First, I wish you all the best for your health. God bless you. To my game, we have a Caro-Kann match. I played the opponent 3 times, and my opponent was with a very Italian attitude after losing them 3 games. This game was very even and long with a nice endgame. Let's take a look at a long 3-minute game since you and Pat had 2 bullet games last week. Okay. So a long 3-minute game from Ferrari. I think something's wrong with your PGN, and I forgot to fix it. Darn. Let me see. Maybe I can fix it. Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion the PGN wasn't going to work, and then it didn't. Okay. I hit the wrong thing again. Okay, so add
Wait,
games.
there it is.
Oh, did it work?
I thought it was there.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
here. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. PGN works. And what color is Ferrari? I forgot to look at that too. Ferrari is... These are high ratings. I don't see what side you're playing. So who won? Let's just look at the side that... Okay, white won. So we're going to assume Ferrari's white. Ferrari, if you're in the chat, you can help us. Caro-Kann with knight f3. Yeah, this is a way to play for white. c5 is a strange move to me, but okay. So far, so good. Yeah, Ferrari, that forces your opponent to do what he wants to do anyway. That's why he went there.
Yeah, he's white.
Yeah, you played h3, but you shouldn't play h3 because he's...
Yeah,
got
but I didn't
h3.
know what color he was. He just said yes, white.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Ferrari's white. Yeah, that's not a good move because of bishop b5 check. Correct. And c4, very good. Yeah, there's lots of pressure here on c6. So we get that out of the way. e6. Bishop e3 is nice. The pawn was attacked. a6. Bishop a4. Yep, knight c3 forced. Now the queen's kind of misplaced here. All right, white has one winning move. And he found it. Very good, Ferrari. Yeah, this is a lot of attack. Knight's pinned, e-pawn's pinned, queen's lined up with the king. These pieces don't do anything. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, you should play bishop b3 here and you can keep piling up on the pin. Bishop c2. Okay. So Engine prefers white slightly. White has a bishop against the knight. Pawns are on both sides of the board, and white's up a pawn, but these pawns are not the greatest. Okay. Yeah, probably you shouldn't castle. It's an endgame. Your king's not going to get mated. Your king wants to be in the center, contributing. Same thing to you, Ferrari. Castling gives away all of your advantage, because your king wants to be in the center. Okay, rook c8. Position's completely equal now, because white's pawns suck. I like how it says that's dubious. What was better? Let's play g6. Okay. I mean, knight c6 is fine. You gave up your bishop here? Okay, it's a 3-minute game. I'm assuming time pressure and automatic moves. e5 is good. Yep. I would have played king f8 here. That's just me. Your move's fine. There's not really a way for white to win this endgame. Because I imagine black can win this pawn. And even if you win this pawn and you have the a pawn, that's not going to be enough to win later. But, okay, it is a 3-minute game. h5 is good. Move it on up. Okay, now black only has one move to maintain equality. And it was not played. Darn. The Engine is playing rook c6 here. And the idea is to play rook check and then get behind the pawn this way. You want your rook behind past pawns. And you would like this rook to be in front of the pawn. But yeah, that should hold a draw. King e3, nice move. Taking straight away is the same thing. It's just a draw, so yeah, you keep the pawn defended. Never do that. Doesn't matter, but never do that. Nice. Yeah, king of 7 is horrendous because I'm gonna throw in a check and you have to either go to the back rank or trade rooks, but the king pawn ending is losing. Okay, that wins also. Very good. Yeah, now white threatens to trade rooks, so we stopped it. Yeah. Move your king up in the endgame, and now the pawn queens. King b7. Can you just play rook b4 here? Isn't rook b4 the cleanest?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Engine says rook f6 is the best move because it's an engine, but I mean rook b4 is kind of the human move. You just defend the pawn and black has nothing. Okay, but I like Ferrari's way too. He's just gonna go mate the king. Yep, and then black resigns. Nice game. I enjoyed that. That was really good technique for a 3-minute game as well. Like, I didn't complain at all. What was the 70s TV origin? That wasn't... Is that 70s? That was Chevy Chase from Saturday Night Live. Hi, I'm Chevy Chase and you're not.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm old enough to know who Chevy Chase is. Was he on anything when he did Caddyshack? Probably. I think Caddyshack and Christmas Vacation are probably his most famous movies. All right, let's go to the next game from Bonarichi. Bonarichi writes, after I started watching Ben on Twitch, I gained over 600 rating points. I don't do any kind of chess study at all, and only play chess in real life once a year. So I know the reason I got better had to be from watching Ben. I don't know why watching Ben makes you gain so many rating points, but it's true. Here's an example of a chess game I played before to prove it. And Bonarichi has white, and he lost. And where's the time control? 180? Was that a 3-minute game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So Bonarichi's white in a 3-minute game. Let's see. So far, so good. I need a moment to understand the engine move. Bishop takes b1. Didn't you do that against Magnus Carlsen? But his king was still on e1, so you could play bishop b4 check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess the bishop doesn't really have any good place to go. I guess, I mean, it could go here and then here, but okay, engines are tough. And it's changing its mind all of a sudden. Yeah, bishop g6 is a more human move, I think, because if you take it, you at least get the open file, but... You know, I assume black's still going to castle kingside, and you could play bishop e4 and not give up the bishop pair. Okay, queen c7, f4. Okay. It just looks really weakening, and it makes your bishop pretty bad. Yeah, that's just a weakening move, Bonarichi. Okay. Yeah, and that doesn't punish f4. Now white can play e4 and then like kind of undo the mistake. Bishop has some more scope. No weakness on e3. I'm not a grandmaster.
But you play one on TV.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, a5, a6.
Yeah, that should be your new Twitch handle, Grandmaster Pat.
Grandmaster Pat? Yeah, or GM Canty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So knight a4 looks like it just hangs a pawn. And even if it didn't hang a pawn, like knight b6 check also hangs a pawn. so I don't know. Hanging pawns was your specialty? Okay, your opponent didn't take it, so I guess he trusted you. You should still be gunning for e4 here. Get rid of that weakness. Okay, bishop d2. Yeah, the moves don't make a lot of sense. Okay, you found e4. Very good.
Oh, it's a 3-minute game.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, d5. I love the spirit of this move. I do. You would love to open the c file and, you know, punish this alignment, rook c1, but ill-timed. Your move would be a little bit better if your rook was on the c file, but I'm not seeing it here. Okay, ed, ed. Yeah, play knight c5 here. Okay, knight d5. Says g4 is the only move to stay in the game. That's a hard move to find, I think. That would take me a while. I probably wouldn't even play it. But yeah, you're just gonna deflect the rook away from the knight so that you can open the c file. And if takes, then yeah, suddenly your d5 idea is working out. Okay, rook e1. Always play king b8. That's the best move. Get out of this. Bishop f6, now g4 again is a good move because you're going to take and open the c file. Yeah, and now you don't get the open c file, unfortunately, Bonarici, so I think you're just down material here with a worse position. Yeah, you should take free pawns. This pawn's been hanging for a while. But okay, rook h5. Once again, the best move is rook takes pawn. Undo your move. Okay, he did that. Very good. Queen b6. We get out of the alignment with a check. Very nice. Always play king b8. Well done. So the player playing black doesn't like to take free pawns. Queen takes b2 is winning. Now the engine says it's a draw. Man, tough engine. I guess it wants to go here and here. That looks pretty strong. Yeah, I'll give him a break, Bonarici. No, missing the draw. Now queen takes b2. Okay, he found it that time. Yep.
Ooh, rook a1's a good move.
Yeah. Alright, let's see the technique. So Bonarici, even though you weren't watching Ben Feingold, you still knew the never resign rule. Never resign. Darn, I spoke too soon. Maybe you lost on time, who knows. But yeah. Bonarici's, you've come a long way. And even that wasn't a bad game for a 3-minute game.
Yeah, he says he ran out of time.
Yeah. Do you think people that play the Grob opening abuse themselves? Or I assume it says a base, but I'm assuming they meant abuse. Whenever I see 1b4, it's an immediate eye roll. Well, the Grob is 1g4, not
Yeah,
not 1b4. And no. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was one of the main practitioners of the Grob back in Virginia Beach.
Dang zoinks. Zoink said he started following me in 2018,
Yeah.
and he was 800, and now he's 2100.
Wow. Go Zoinks. Did you see the robot that cost 20,000? What?
Before the Blob.
The blob, yeah. The brog.
No, I didn't see the robot that cost 20,000.
No. I followed Ben in 2016 when I was 1700 and now I am 1750. Well, any improvement
Ooh,
is
that's
improvement.
good.
That's good. It's hard to get to 1750. Husky, you have to be a sub on Twitch and then link your Twitch account to your Discord and then post a PGN in Discord on Sunday. All right, we can look at the next game. Mountain Dude. Hey, Ben. I'm excited for this to be featured on your next 5 Minutes with Ben. You going to put it on 5 Minutes with Ben?
No.
On the train out to play a game of squash, I beat my highest rated Lee chess opponent. I also won the squash game under similarly suspicious circumstances. Go me. Okay, so the winner of this game is Black. So I assume we're looking at this from Black's perspective. And I gotta flip the board. Okay. So Black is our hero. It's a Scotch, and I don't know that move. What could the point be?
Mouse slip.
Mouse slip? That's a... It's the two different sides of the board. Maybe they want to play knight takes f7. Yeah, maybe they think it's bug house. Who knows? Fen Beingold says the point is bishop c4, bishop f7. But if I play bishop e7, then I take your knight. If you play bishop c4. Okay, check's fine. This is fine. Yeah, you should play bishop e7 and kick the knight out. Bishop a5, now we're like coordinating here. And you have to play knight h6. Whereas before, you did not have to play knight h6. Because your bishop would have been on e7 where you could take it. Yeah, knight e5 and we're still doing this. Surprisingly. Because... who in the chat can tell me what the best move for white is here? It's a combination. Somebody said unprotected pieces leads to tactics. I think if you play queen d5, I have knight d6. No, queen e7. I was looking at knight d6, and if you take this, I take this. But the engine says that's wrong. Yeah, so first you take on f7, king takes, and then queen h5 is a fork. So that's why knight e5 wasn't very good. Okay, but bishop b3. So a missed opportunity, but it's okay. Yeah, the same tactic is still present. But if he didn't play it the first time, I assume he wasn't going to play it the second time. That just hangs a bishop. Darn.
And it gets rid of white's weak c-pawn.
Yeah. Okay, now black's completely losing. But lest we forget, black won this game. All right, let's see. Okay, queen f6, f4, very good. Takes. Yeah, so far so good. And I think white's just up a piece. Knight d5 is a great move here. Played h3, which is very passive. Yeah, somebody told white that you should trade down when you're ahead material, but I don't agree with that here. Okay.
Still surprised that black won.
Yeah.
Could play bishop c1 here.
Yeah, bishop c1, and we're just capitalizing on the pin. Okay. Black did win this game, right? Like, it says 0-1. Okay. Ah, somebody said black won on time. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, you can't win the game if you don't have any pawns on the board. The only thing that matters in the end game is making a queen. And that's the pawn that's got to become a queen. And there's a lot of stuff in the way, so. Mountain Dude says he did not win on time. Okay, so he won on the board. Well, I mean, he's equalized. Dangerous pass pawn. Yeah, only black can really win now. I don't see how white wins. But white is up a bishop. White has a bishop and black doesn't, so okay. That seems dangerous. You put your pawn on a dark square where it can be targeted by the bishop, and then this pawn becomes passed, but it's still okay. Okay, bishop d6.
Black won,
Yeah.
but
Okay, take the pawn. Okay, so you do have hope still in the fact that this is the wrong colored bishop.
also he won.
Yeah, also black won. He didn't win on time either. Man, this is fun. Okay, king b6. Here comes the pawn, and he hung the pawn immediately. Alright. Alright, now no winning chances. You just take c6. And take d4.
Also good.
Just take the pawn. What? What? Okay, hold on. The game's not over. Alright. Alright, just bring your king back. Bishop d2, blockade. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, your bishop's attacked.
Yeah, king d4 is not good.
No. No, not king d4. Oh. Well done. Okay, so this game proves irrefutable proof that you should never resign.
I wonder if white was winning later.
From here? In this position? Yeah. Alright, did black take the bishop? Yes. Okay. Well done.
Yay. I knew black was going to win because it said he did.
Yeah. A stalemate would have been funnier. Yeah. Well, all good things must come to an end. You are the best, Mountain Dew. That was fun. What a good game.
Wait, what?
He said he was the best. The player
okay.
playing black. Oh, goodness. Wait, forgot how to play chess at the end there. No, we're not done. I'm just kind of like taking it all in, you know.
Hey, we must be on Chess TV because we have a lot of people watching.
Hi, Chess TV. Fen Beingold with another 10,000 centidues. Thank you. Go Ben. All right. I think I'm ready for the next game. I think I've snapped back to reality. Okay, starting chess. I was white in this game. My opponent ended up blundering the knight in the end, but I found the rest of the game pretty interesting, as neither of us seemed to have a clue of how to properly handle the position, especially me. So I'd like to know what I should have done. Thanks. This is a rated rapid game, and I assume... I don't know which one starting chess is. Well, white won the game, so I guess we can
He
look.
said I was white in this game. That was the
Oh,
first
yeah, it was
sentence.
the Frankie Six. Okay, thank you. Whoops. All right. So our hero's white. It's an accelerated dragon, and c4 is good. Yeah, Maroc c-bind. Ah, you gotta play d4 right away. Straight away. You don't want black to coordinate on d4, and then you can't play d4. Play d4, takes. Queen b6 can be tricky here, but, you know, if you know stuff, knight b5, bishop b3. Yeah, so don't give your opponent an opportunity to control the d4 square. Yeah, now you can't play d4. Who's this? It's like the Kopek system, I think. You play bishop c2.
Yeah, but that's not this.
Yeah, I know. You play c3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, knight f6, castles. Yeah, the position is becoming increasingly better for black because you can't move your bishop to a good square. You can't play d4. Your pieces are kind of not coordinated well. Okay, d6, b3. Yeah, the engine starts... It wants to punish the dark squares here. Knight h5. And open the bishop. Bishop g4 also good. So the only thing that you've done wrong so far, besides this last move, was not playing d4 straight away. Yeah, you have lots of dark square problems, and this kind of weakens more of your dark squares, so I'm not sure I totally agree with f4. Yeah, queen f2 creates tactical liabilities with your queen and king lined up on the diagonal, so don't do that. Yeah, knight h5. Okay, I have to think. Not my strong suit. How are we dealing with... Because the engine's playing g4. But bishop d4, right? What am I missing? I have to look at this, I'm sorry. Oh, it just sacks the rook. That was the only move I saw, but I didn't... Why would white want this? Okay,
I don't think white wants it.
I mean, this bishop's probably better than this rook, and if we take the rook, then we help out this bishop. So Is that what he did? Oh, that's what he did. This is the game. I'm following the game. Yeah, suddenly white is starting to become okay because this is a beautiful diagonal for the bishop now. The knights aren't coordinated. And white has the two bishops.
Yeah, I'm assuming white didn't see bishop d4, and then he just found rook e3.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Not that he sacked the exchange with g4, he just didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, bishop b1's a... I understand, like, you don't want to give up your bishop pair, but bishop's not great anyway, and your rook's already bad, and now it's more bad. So rook d1, and, you know, let him take it, queen c2, and this piece is going to win the day, if anything. I mean, I don't understand that move. Although, d takes c4 is also interesting. What if we take this? What's going on? Ah, strong pawns. Yeah. And engines are tough. Ah. So we gotta play e5 here, and then knight d6. Okay, you took that. Should take this, and then play e5. Yeah, and if you take, this knight has a fantastic square on e6. Your bishops are kind of shut out of the game here, and your rook's still not doing anything, so black has a healthy position here. You don't get e5. e5 is a clearance sacrifice. We want the knight to go to e6, and we also want to blunt the bishop's diagonal. Okay, you played queen b6. And, you know, you have a nice position with your two bishops if you trade here. And these bishops are really good. You just got to get your rook out. Okay. Your move looks pretty human, but again, we want to open the bishop up here, get rid of the queens, and then play rook d1 later. Yep.
Ooh, $2. Thanks.
I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Why Dockable?
Why Dockable?
$2.
$2. So white's down the exchange but has an extra pawn and a better pawn structure. This pawn kills the knight on this square. And I can't really, with the nature of white's pawns, I can't find a good square for this knight. You know, it doesn't really have any good jumping points from anywhere. So position, like if two engines are playing, it's a draw. Bishop f6, you know, the knight has to go here anyway, so I'm not sure. Okay. King f8. c5's okay. Move your king up in the endgame. Always move your king up in the endgame. Your king is it's a fighting piece in the endgame. That's the wrong diagonal. You should go back here and stay central. Yeah, after f6, this bishop doesn't really have any prospects on this diagonal, and it's going to take a long time for you to get it back here. b4 gives the rook an open file. That's a fine gold rule. If your opponent has a pawn on b4 or b5, you play a4 or a5. Yeah, we can open up the rook now, and the rook can come in. And he decided not to do that. That's good. And the walls come tumbling down. Okay, king f3. Check. Bishop g3 is the only move so that you don't lose all of your pawns. Good job. And now black has to play rook h1 or the rook's going to get shut out of the game. You played h5. Okay, so you can take with the rook. Good. But now you take this pawn, and suddenly white has immense counterplay with the passed pawns. And the rook's over here, and the knight and king aren't helping either. Okay, very good. This pawn is irrelevant to the position. All that matters now is pushing these pawns and making a queen. No, Bonarici, he got it out. He rescued it with rook takes h5. Okay, rook d1 hangs a pawn. He's winning it back. Knight c7. Darn. Okay, b6. Position is still drawn. Even if black wins this pawn, pawns are on the same side of the board. But it's tricky. Okay, b5. Knight c7.
It's like he forgot which way the pawn was going.
Everything was fine
or it's a
until...
mouse slip.
Yeah, maybe. Everything was fine until that move. Yeah, and then black resigned. So a very sudden end to an otherwise interesting game.
Maybe he meant to move his knight to d6 and he mouse slipped.
That's possible. Of course, starting chess. That was a good game. Yeah, the biggest complaint that I had was you're not playing d4. Go back and show why king g2 doesn't trap the rook. Right here. In this position, if you play king g2, I take your bishop. And in this position, if you play king g2, h takes g4 defends the rook and opens the file. Yeah, and if you play pawn takes, then your rook is trapped.
Good game.
Good game. All right, I guess we can look at the next one. Jim Wright, I think. Yeah. Hi, Ben. Daily game played on chess.com. I was white and won when my opponent resigned. That's what happens. A little prematurely, I think. I blundered a knight to a tactic on move 20. Okay, remember that, move 20. But thankfully, my opponent didn't see it either. As always, I appreciate your thoughts on the game. Thank you. So he's white. He's 14-13 against 13-50. And it's a daily game. I guess no time control. Or I don't know what the time control is for daily games. Do you know? No? Okay. Can anyone tell me if the daily games have like a time control or if it's correspondence or...
Yeah, it could be like one move a day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have to make a move per game.
He always says he doesn't do drugs.
Yeah. All right, so that move is the word. Because the bird is the word.
Move per
Move
day.
per day. Okay. D5. I learned from Daniel Naroditsky that you can play knight h6 here. And this is very similar to knight h3 and a Stonewall Dutch. Similar idea. Fianchetto, knight goes to f5, bishop g7. And with the pawn on f4, you can't take your knight. So for those of you looking for something to do against the bird, you could look at knight h6. It's pretty fun. Okay, d5 is fine. Probably the most principled move. Okay, knight f3. Yeah, don't block your c pawn. Just don't do that. Play c5. Your c pawn wants to contribute to fighting for the center. Unlike the f pawn that weakens the king somewhat, this doesn't really weaken much. So use it to fight for the center. PW Siegel, you don't have to. Nobody needs, just look at, you can look at some stuff. Black's okay with a lot of different setups. Yeah, the bird is the word. Okay, e3. So now it's like a weird Leningrad Dutch where black's up the tempo and I got nothing. Okay, bishop d7, bishop g7, knight c3. Both sides are just developing their pieces. And then white achieves a somewhat stonewall formation. Yeah, without the c-pawn, it's hard to fight for the center, but the engine's playing knight b4, trying to trade off white's good bishop, and then you can play c5. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, look at the relationship between your bishop and pawn structure. If the pawns are on dark squares, this is the good bishop, so don't trade it off. Bring it back. Now black has the two bishops for nothing. Okay. This is what Daniel Naroditsky would call one-move-itis. H6. And then your knight has to go to h3. Darn. Okay. I would be afraid to play b3 because that's going to make c5 stronger with this alignment here. But okay, I guess you wanted to put your bishop somewhere. Yeah, bishop a3 is a good move here. Get your pieces out. Okay, f5. Now black can punish this pin with c5. e6, wow. Alright, we're going to turn to the chat. Who can find the best move for white? It's not that hard, but if I give you a hint, you'll all get the answer right away. Yeah, you guys got it. After f6, this bishop is dead. Starting chess, thank you. It's a very good description. I don't know if I'm an advanced player or a good coach, but, something. Yeah, the bishop shut up forever after f6, which you should never play. Ah, but we traded queens. Yeah, don't do that. f6 was just winning. Okay. So that move is bad because it just doesn't play f6. Yeah, you should definitely take with the f rook because after f6 you can always play bishop f8. Okay, he took with the a rook. Now f6 is a good move again. Ah, no, don't do that. How does f takes g6 help you? It doesn't. You may argue that it gives you an open file, but, you know, black's already contesting the file, so I don't agree with that argument. And f6 is just so good. Okay. We trade rooks. And then you gave black the open file. Now you should play bishop a3. You did. Good. Ah, no.
This is where he blundered a piece.
Yeah.
He said move 20.
Move 20, yep. Does anyone see why that's a blunder? GM Ben Feingold sees it. Bonarici is correct. Yeah, this e3 pawn has the same problem as Ben and me. We're overworked. We can't defend this and this, so rook takes f4. Takes, and then bishop d4 with a fork. And then white could safely resign. If it was a grandmaster.
Both sides proved they weren't using engines.
Yeah, very good. Okay, king h7. Yeah, I mean, if I'm counting correctly, materials equal. Both sides have a rook and a dark squared bishop, and the king position is about the same. So, not a whole lot going on anymore. That's a cute move. Yeah, it was better to just sit and do nothing. h5. Rook d7 doesn't have a lot to do with chess because bishops can move. Like, I attacked a bishop, but the bishop can move, and you took your rook off of an open file. And suddenly, after bishop f8 check, deflecting the king away from the dark squared bishop, we're forking 2 pawns. And if you notice, every pawn is on the 6th rank. So white's winning. Yeah, and now we take every pawn. Very good. Improve the king. And then black resigned. That's a strange position to resign in. Black
Yeah,
is
that's
losing.
what he said. But black is losing.
Hipko says he really liked your commentary for the first day of the World Cup.
Thank you.
Can black play king f7? Here?
It's legal.
Yeah, it's a legal move. He can do it. Oh, after bishop f8 check? Doesn't that hang the h pawn? I have to go back. Yeah, king f7, I take the h pawn. Still a better plan. Yeah, this is better than king takes bishop. So you're correct. All right, next game. From I can't pronounce it. Vartanic? That's my best guess. Couple of misclicks here and there, but most importantly, our perfect rating stayed intact. They're both 1969. That is a perfect rating.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so Vartanic is... Okay, so now I truly don't know which color. It was a draw, so I don't know who to... Okay, so we're just going to root for somebody. The game was a draw, and I don't know which color they are. Yeah, okay. Don't know. Did I get the time control?
Yeah, 10 minute.
10 minute? Okay. Alright, 1B4. Fun. D6 feels like a concession. You can take this and play knight f6 and completely equal. Yeah, D6 defends your pawn, but it blocks in this pawn. And, okay, I mean, it's playable.
Bishop c3.
Bishop c3 and then bishop b2.
He said there were some misclicks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Okay, so
maybe
I
that
got
was one of them.
maybe he's white. Okay, got it.
Maybe bishop b2 was a misclick. Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Is this just random moose? Alabula is in the Ben Feingold Club. Okay, thanks, Bonarichi. Yeah, okay, so our hero's white. I guess he misclicked this. Maybe he meant to play knight c3. Yeah, okay. Both sides are developing their pieces. You shouldn't play bishop g4. Should get your pieces out. But okay. Game's pretty boring so far. Not a whole lot going on. Now we can strike the center e4. Hooray! Yeah, the idea with e4, I want to remove a defender of the c4 pawn. So I can take this later. Ah, g takes is the best move. Yeah, you don't want to hang a pawn, I guess. Well done. Okay, d5, a5, knight c8.
The knight c8.
Knight c8? Yeah, this is a free pawn. So knight c8's weird and bad. Now d4. Arr. Attacking everything. b6. It's a juicy file now. I mean, I would take this. I guess your move's okay? Seems weird to me.
Hang the d5 pawn.
Yeah. Takes, and then take that. And then we fork everything. Oh, is that what happened? No, he played c6. Also good. Very cramping. Okay, so we're going to have to calculate lots of stuff. It looks like both sides could make a queen. Except black doesn't make a queen. Darn.
Looks like white's up a piece.
Yeah, white's up a piece, and this is a scary alignment. Scary battery. f5? Yeah, knight takes d5 here. It's threatening everything. Well done. Yep.
Takes g7.
Yeah.
That's like my game with Emery Tate.
Wait, didn't this game end in a draw?
Uh-huh.
Did they agree to a draw? Oh, he took with the bishop.
Then he still has mate.
And he
in
still
one.
has mate. Oh no.
Looks like queen d7's a misclick.
Huh.
Boy, these are the games that are submitted. I wonder what games aren't submitted. Like now, I'm not gonna submit that. That's no good. This game, mwah, chef's kiss.
This game ended in a draw.
Ooh, look, Fen
Wow,
Weingold.
Fen Weingold, that's 3 cheer 10,000s. Fen Weingold, you're awesome. Thank you. Is that the end of the game? They agreed to a draw here because of all the misclicks and Black said there was no reason for me to achieve a winning position. I have to agree to a draw. Man.
Here, go to a web browser.
Yeah, a new one?
Yeah, a new one. Don't let them see it, so move it.
Yeah, okay.
Type in Emery Tate Ben Feingold.
Tate and Feingold.
Then go down. Keep going down.
Okay.
Okay, go to chess game, like where it says Emery Tate Ben Feingold, where you typed it.
Yeah.
Type chessgames.com.
Is this a game you played, Emery Tate? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All
maybe
right,
if I...
never mind.
Hold on. We'll do one more thing. We'll do Ben Feingold versus Emery Tate. There it is.
That's the wrong game.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Darn. Well, that's the only game that's up here.
All right, never mind.
All right.
Because in that game I had the same checkmate, Queen G7
Oh, okay.
mate.
Gotcha.
But I was black, so I played Queen G2 mate.
Darn. Sit Bear subscribed to Tier 1 for 18 months. It is I, Sit Bear. Too busy to properly find a game to submit, so I just picked the shortest Hit Bear game I could find.
That's a good idea.
If I recall correctly, Hit Bear was completely winning, and then he blundered mate and won.
Hey, can somebody give 100 bits or a sub? Because we'll be on level 6 because he gave 100,000 centidues.
10,000.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
10,000. Can somebody start the hype train?
Yeah. Just need a few bits, and then we get a hype train.
Yeah, 100 bits will do it.
It's true, Bonarici. I can click stuff.
Thanks, Rurf May, to deport Elon Musk.
Go hype train. Rurf May 630. Thank you.
Yay, level 6.
Can Pat play slow game with narration?
Thanks,
could.
PW Siegel.
I'm out of water. Darn.
Did you want to go get one?
Yeah, I could do that.
You know where they are.
Yeah. Enjoy the hype train.
there's nothing wrong with tap water. Usually.
What's wrong with tap water? Nothing. But I mean, bottled water is readily available.
Yep. Yeah, there were some misclicks in this game. He was right.
Maybe agreeing to a draw was a misclick.
Also possible.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go to the next game?
Let's do it. PW Siegel. Hello, Ben. Sorry to hear about your health struggles. Doesn't sound fun. And I hope it all improves soon. Hello to Pat as well, maybe. Hello, PW Siegel. I'm submitting another game in my ongoing saga of trying to learn how to capitalize on advantages in the middle game. I got out of the opening up a pawn and with good piece activity, but I was hesitant to allow a lot of trades due to the opposite colored bishops, and so I couldn't figure out how to open things up and go after the king. I sort of shuffled my pieces for a bit until eventually I blundered away the advantage and then the game. Any help would be appreciated. PW Siegel is black, and he lost this game. Okay. Once again, I'm not time control. 600 plus 0. That's a 10-minute game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have to flip the board. This is what I play with black. And I think this is what Naroditsky played with black as well in his speedrun series. Because, you know, well, for starters, whenever you move this bishop, this is the only thing defending the b2 pawn. So queen b6 is going after the so-called poison pawn. But here it's okay, because white doesn't really have a good way to defend the pawn. You can play queen b3, but then I can play c4. Queen has to go back here, and then we play g6, and we can tie it up with bishop f5. Whereupon white cannot play bishop d3, because we have the pawn established on c4. A lot of people like to gambit the pawn and like play knight d2 and rook b1, but I mean white's going to be down a lot of pawns, so okay, queen d2, knight c6. Oh, I heard a noise. Malicious with the 500 bits, thank you.
Ooh, somebody give 1,000
Whoa,
bits.
Toast 1078, 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Hype train incoming. Yeah, you have a nice lead in development here. And white's pieces are uncoordinated and undeveloped, so. Bishop f5 looks like it loses a tempo. You're not really threatening any discoveries because, well, I guess you're threatening knight g3. But okay, after bishop f5, I can play queen b3 and get out of that. Okay, bishop d3. Black should play c4 and obtain the bishop pair or knight g3. Very good. Yeah, now this is attacked and this is attacked, so queen a4 check. Now you're up a pawn. You have to never play f6. Well, I guess you don't have to do it. The engine's recommending that you never play f6. You did. Well done. Position's really, really good for black, especially if you take this. Yep. Good. No complaints. Engine doesn't love that because after queen b4 it says you have to straighten out white's pawns. And I guess if you don't straighten out the pawns, then okay, I can use my doubled pawn to attack your pawn structure. Bishop d6. Yeah, your pawn's attacked here, so king f7 makes sense. We can't castle, obviously. Even if we could castle, I wouldn't want to castle. Just king f7. PW Siegel says this is the part where he had no idea what to do. Okay, so I think you're up a pawn with a better pawn structure. The only thing that you have to worry about is if you trade off too many pieces, you know, the nature of the opposite color bishops means white has drawing chances. But in this exact position, your pawn's attacked. So you should defend it. Okay, queen b6. Stockfish is playing f3, which is funny.
Yeah, never do that.
Yeah, never do that. Okay, bishop c5, queen b7. I don't... Okay, so I guess you didn't do that because you were afraid of this. That makes sense. But I can still play king f7. Yeah, piece activity is going to win the day here. Queen is super active on c7. It attacks the pawn. If he takes the pawn, you have an open file for your rook. You play king f7 to connect your rooks. And white's rooks are shallow and pedantic. So queen c7 is the more active move, but your move defends your pawn. Okay, but it does undefend the queen, so we could play a4, trying to, you know, capitalize on the pin. But queen c7 is kind of hard to find because you are sacrificing a pawn with check. I get it. But, I mean, your pieces are going to spring to life really quickly if you sack that pawn. Toast, gifting lots of bits. 400 more centidues.
Thanks, Toast.
You didn't consider any other move? I mean, it's hard to sack a pawn with check. I get it. Yeah, every move you should be playing king f7 because your pawn's attacked and you want to connect your rooks. Okay, king f7. Good. Never do that. Bishop d3 check is good. Your bishop's really good on d3. I'm not sure why you want to retreat it. You know, in a position like this, I'm wondering, like, how do my rooks contribute? Because those are the two pieces that aren't playing right now. So, you know, a5. Maybe play b4 later. Who knows? Yeah. Queen c7. Queen h2. Skewer the queen. Attack the pawn. Okay. Rook c8. Bishop b4. Very good. Yeah, rook e8 and e5 is a good plan here. That opens up the queen. Okay, 4. Yeah, b3 seems pretty automatic to me. That's a strong passed pawn that's blockaded by a queen. Would we consider always sacking the exchange in this position? Here? Oh, it's white's turn. Well, white didn't let you sack the exchange here. I'm not sure which position you're referring to. I don't think white gave you an opportunity to sack the exchange.
You wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah. There's not really a reason to. Okay, so yeah, you should just play b3 here because that's a strong passed pawn. And then you have connect 4, so you win that way as well. But I mean, this pawn structure coordinates really, really well with your bishop. So b3 would have been a better try than this. Why doesn't this just hang a pawn? Can I take this and then just go over here? Yeah, rook a6 looks like it just hangs your b pawn. Maybe you were in time pressure. Okay, a5. Yeah, this is a similar like pawn sacrifice for activity. White got rid of the a pawn to play rook a1. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so I remember the first time I met Ben and I was taking lessons with him. He gave me some really good advice. I don't know if he would still give this advice, but he said if your opponent attacks your piece, you move it away. It changed my life. Yeah, the rook's attacking your queen, so move your queen. But I mean, I get it. Like, your opponent told you to move your queen, so you said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to move my queen. You move your queen. Okay, but the problem is your opponent moves the queen to a good square. And it would be great to play queen c7 here, saving your queen and blocking the check, but there's a bishop here.
He did do that.
Is that what happened? Ah, okay.
Yeah, you just missed queen b7 check.
Yeah. That's all you did. So before you do anything in chess, always look for checks and captures. And if your opponent attacks your piece, you move it away. But up until the blunder, you played well. I think that was all the games except for mine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. All right. So I get to tell more stories. And I have to flip the board because I have the black pieces. Can we see Pat versus Ben? Maybe someday. Not today. All right, so this is the game me, or my opponent versus me. And my opponent is Grandmaster Rodrigo Vasquez from Chile, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Chile, and this game was played in 2017 when he was pretty close to his peak. He was playing me in a simul on Lichess, and this is my first draw against a Grandmaster. When I was taking lessons with Ben, around the time, I showed him this game, and Ben told me everything that I did wrong, so now I get to share the game. Okay, so it's a QGD. And both sides kind of develop their pieces like you're supposed to. Okay. And the only thing that black can do to equalize here is try to get in c5. And white has lots and lots of ways to prevent you from doing that. The more typical way is in a lot of positions you're actually playing bishop takes f6. And the idea is you're deflecting one of these pieces away from defensive c5 so that black can't get in c5 as easily. And we saw a good demonstration of this in the 2011 U.S. Championship between Ben Feingold and Gregory Kaidanov, where white won a nice game. Yeah, a3 is not a good move. He should do something about c5, but a3 doesn't. So I played c5. Okay, yeah. And I remember this is when I got my first taste of alignment issues. As indirect as it seems, the rook is lined up with my queen. So the best move is to do something about that. Queen b6 and get out of that alignment. And I can do other stuff later. But, I mean, at the time I'm like, ooh boy, knight e5. Move my knight forward, attack the bishop. But suddenly white has tactics that revolve around this alignment. I wonder if the chat can find it. Fortunately, it wasn't played. Sack knight, random move. Yeah, you can take on b5 here. Nobody's answering the question, so. Knight takes e6. Oh, you want to do it like this? Don't I get 3 pieces for a queen there? It's playable for white, but it's not much. Yeah, bishop takes b5, wins a pawn. And I think I remember calculating, like, taking this. And I thought I was getting 3 pieces for a queen. But I don't remember. It was 8 years ago. Okay, he took that, which is not great. Queen e7 defends my bishop and gets out of the alignment. Never do that. Okay, knight c4. I'm putting pressure on the new weakness, e3. I could also play the Morphy move, but we'll do that later. Bam. Yeah, queen f2 robs the knight of the f2 square. So, all right. And this was my only chance to win. But I think I had not a good mindset here. I was like, I'm playing a grandmaster, I should play to draw. But black's actually winning here. Did you say rook f2?
That's the best we could come up with.
Yeah, r2y, you're correct. I should play a5 here. I don't want to trade the queen side pawns because I can't win 4 versus 3 on the king side. But I didn't know that at the time, and I was playing the draw, so I played rook e2. Now it's a dead draw. We trade all the pawns. I played g6 and offered a draw, which he accepted. I got yelled at for doing that too. I should be playing. I should try to win here. I can't lose, but Yeah, that's my first draw against a GM. Hooray. And that's all the games.
Yeah, you did good.
Thanks, Ben. We got lots of bits. Or you got lots of bits.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Can you read Benjamin Bach?
I can.
GM Benjamin Bach. Yep.
Good. Okay. All right. See you all later. Thanks for coming to the stream. Bye, everybody.